Okay, so we've turned our computer back on its side. Here's the power supply we just installed. Now we're going to put some screws in. They are the A screws. So we go to our motherboard. Oh, I don't see the A screws. Where's the A at? Oh, these are terribly named. Oh gosh, we have to figure out what power supply screws we need. Let's see what they say. They say those are the A screws, which are the 6mm hexagon screws. We have 6-32. 6-32, 6mm. Here they are. So we just tear that open, get our 4 screws out, and we screw them in. So we'll start doing that. Nasta Jr., you want to do some of this? Okay, I got this started. Come here and screw this in. So Nasta Jr. is going to help me out here. I'm going to get, it really helps to go ahead and get a couple screws in.
God, please just call me Junior.
Sorry, Junior. I apologize. Oh no, you find that? I'm going to get 2 started and you can do the rest. Okay, here you go. Junior's going to help me screw those in.
This is one hand.
Here, can you see it?
Yeah.
There you go. We have to stand up and do it.
Okay.
Got it.
I goes to those.
Let me go get you a different screwdriver. That one's kind of bad. See how it's wallowed out?
I should maybe be doing this with my right hand.
Oh, you're doing it left-handed?
Yeah, I'm a right. Yeah. I'm a right hand guy.
So Junior was using his left hand to screw those in. That's why he had so much trouble.
Not bad at screwing stuff
Oh yeah, exactly. You're not bad at screwing stuff in, just when it's left-handed.
I'm right-handed.
Yeah, here, use your right hand. Here, let me start this one for you.
It's like I'm trying to hold the PC with my right hand, like screw it with my left.
That one doesn't want to go in. There you go. Now screwed in. Use your right hand. Here.
I'm using my right hand. It just doesn't want to screw it.
Gotta be flush. There you go. Now you're on. Other way. Other way. This way. There you go. That guy's being a rascal, isn't he? I want to mount tight. Gotta make sure these are nice and tight because you don't want your power supply being wobbly. So get them nice and tight. We need no screwdriver. I'm telling Junior here that we need to get a different screwdriver. This one's a little wallowed out because Nasta does rough things with a screwdriver. Okay, our power supply is mounted. That's great. Now let's go ahead and get our motherboard out. And then let's start plugging stuff in. Let's mount it and then see if we can't plug stuff in. Alrighty, here we go. Nasta Jr., do you want to grab the... I know, it's hard for me to do that. Can you grab the motherboard? Or hand it to me, please?
Yeah.
Actually, one second. Let me see what this is. This is for the front panel. Motherboard signal. Wow, this guy has a lot of plugs. There's the SATA and Molex. There's the CPU and PCI slot. Let's see what all these plugs are for. Okay, we're just gonna grab the motherboard and see what we need to do. Here we go.
This is a big motherboard.
Junior, can you pass me that motherboard?
Yeah.
And we're gonna wait to put our plugs in because I want to see how this is gonna mount.
I'm gonna handle this one.
Here. Yeah. Be really careful when you're getting your motherboard out. You don't want to break anything. So let me show you the box. We went with the X870E primarily because it had all the features we wanted. It has 16 PCI 5 slots, and it was all white or at least silver, and supports our AMD Radeon
Adapter.
7 series or 9 series. I don't know. Can you go with the processor chip too?
Yeah. What's the processor
Junior's going to grab the chip real quick so we can make sure it's all right. We're going to use our trusty knife. And honestly, you should be using a static wristband when you're handling this stuff because it comes with anti-static wrap as well. And be really careful when you're pulling your motherboard out. You don't want to bend a pin or anything because that'd be really bad.
Is this the chip?
Yes, that's the chip. That's the CPU. So here's the motherboard out of the packaging. Has a nice little dragon on it. We probably need to check to make sure everything's right.
There you go.
We want to be really careful not to bend a pin. Yeah, so here's our Ryzen 9 Zen 5 architecture. Now we actually got a chip that had integrated graphics on it, and that's just because of the ease of troubleshooting when you're installing something and you can't get the video card to work, the drivers aren't right or something like that. It's nice to have a built-in GPU, integrated GPU with your chip, and that way you know you always have some way to have a visual feedback on what's going on. So now we're going to see if we can mount this motherboard and go from there.